quarterfinal in the NBA Cup with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. This is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for Luka Doncic.
Yeah, clearly his offensive output has been on a bit of a decline. Now that could point to a lot of things, but mostly I think he's just putting his focus elsewhere on the floor, looking for other ways to help out his team.
And now the Los Angeles starters. Luka and Reeves are the 1 and the 2. DeAndre Ayton is out there with James. And it's Hachimura in at the small forward position. And for Minnesota, Edwards is the 2, McDaniels the 3. Randall and Gobert are in the middle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1. We are in the quarterfinals of the NBA Cup. It's the west side of the bracket with a group winner taking on the wild card.
Well, this is when the Cup gets serious. It doesn't matter what you did in the group play. This is single elimination, loser go home, and winner moves on.
Here's Doncic following the score by Minnesota, and he gets it to go.
Yeah, an offensive player like Luka expects the contact. He's anticipating it, so it doesn't bother him. That's a big-time finish.
Now here's Edwards. He's a tough guy to check, averaging almost 28 points a game. Here's Hachimura. Drops in the layup for 2.
Well, this is the area that he's most comfortable. Rui Hachimura is such a solid performer in the painted area.
To the inside. And Randall the bucket on the assist by DiVincenzo.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other. So out of the gates, 3 for 3, exactly what they're looking for.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Pass to Gobert. Going inside, banked it in off the glass.
Rudy Gobert sees the lane and shows you I can put it on the deck and score.
The Lakers have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, a new ownership group taking over for the Timberwolves. There remains a commitment to continuity on the basketball side. And while creating a replacement for the league's second oldest arena is a priority, they've made it clear their commitment is to remain in Minnesota.
You'd love to hear it. All right, Shams, thank you for the report. The Lakers with the ball, following the score by Minnesota. And here's Reeves outside. And it's Gobert with a rebound.
That was their first miss of the game. 4 for 5 right now. What a good start.
McDaniels from long range. Good. The assist goes to Edwards.
You have to anticipate those quick release opportunities. Jaden McDaniels ready on the catch.
And there's James from the arc. And it's Gobert with a rebound. The Timberwolves lead by 3. Boy, the offense has been on point.
They have great timing and great communication. So hard to get stops against them.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thank you. The Timberwolves coach, Chris Finch, said, "We're a team based on movement, cutting, and fluidity. That burden also falls on Anthony Edwards to move and accommodate his teammates. For his part, Ant said his focus is being what the team needs me to be, a leader by example, and showing them that I'm coachable." Back to you guys.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot.
Ask any of the elite defenders in the NBA and they'll tell you Doncic is one of the toughest to guard. He's got size, he's got skill, he can get downhill, he mixes his pace. So much to contend with when you're dealing with Luka Doncic.
Here's what Los Angeles is going with right now. Vanderbilt's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. LaRavia comes in for Hachimura, and it's Marcus Smart in for Reeves.
That's just perfect execution. Nice job hustling, and as a result, he gets rewarded with the bucket.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Here's Edwards, following the score by the Lakers. Pass to Ingles, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Let's remember, this guy is 6'8". Joe Ingles a threat to throw it down.
Down low, here's Vanderbilt. That's in, coming off an assist from Smart.
I'll tell you, you allow him to get to a spot, and it's over, right? Defense unable to even challenge the shot.
Here's Highland. Off the mark there with a 3.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
James, and so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Yeah, whacking James like the D does there is the right move. I mean, especially when you consider how strong he is.
And Minnesota making a change here. And he's good on the second. There's 45 seconds left now in the first quarter. Pass to Randall. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far.
Well, that's Randall working in his comfort zone. You can see how confident he is on his ability to score inside.
Yes, it's good.
A dominant quarter, but he needs some help.
And so Conley will bring it up for Minnesota. 3-point lead. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Phoenix.
It was poor efficiency scoring the ball. They needed too many attempts to get their points.
I think it was a lot of bad decisions leading to a lot of poor looks. Patience was not their best quality in that basketball game.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
What a performance for Julius Randle. He has been the story for the Timberwolves. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
We've got Mike Conley. Joe Ingles is out there with Julius Randle. Then it's Bones Highland, and it's Shannon in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup from Minnesota. Conley with the ball, picked up by Reeves. Here's Ingles, and the layup is good off the glass. Ingles got 6.
Now, this is where Joe Ingles is gifted at realizing when he should go up with it. Really good timing on that shot.
And if you're looking for a steady hand to run the offense, Mike Conley has been the gold standard for years.
B.A., one thing coaches love is knowing what they will get from a player every single night. With Mike Conley, that's high-level point guard play, a low-mistake player, a knockdown shooter when left open, but more importantly, the first and only thing he thinks about nightly is, how do we win this basketball game in front of us?
Pass to Shannon. The kick out to Ingles. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
I just love the ball movement.
And so now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Tonight is a Cup quarterfinal match. This game still counts in the regular season standings, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., and the semifinal will as well. It's only the NBA Cup championship that is separate from the regular season. And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Pass to Randall. Fires from deep. And another three for Minnesota.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Lakers trail by 14. Over to the left wing. Here's LaRavia. And it's blocked by Edwards.
Wow, great defensive play by Anthony Edwards, engaged on that end of the floor right now.
Nails it from three. Edwards got 8 points.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Here's Hayes. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
And it's Highland, that time on the assist from Edwards. Edwards has got 3 assists now in this one. The Lakers with the ball. Pass to LaRavia. Left side, Vanderbilt. From deep, Reeves. Randall pulls down the board. And here's Minnesota now. Huge run right now for them, going 19-2. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Anthony Edwards is truly a superstar on the rise. He said, quote, "People forget how young I am. I'm not even touching my prime yet. I'm just trying to get more efficient as every year goes by." Back to you, BA.
A star on the rise. Allie, thanks for the report. And now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Both teams making substitutions here. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. You look at the Trailblazers, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Seeing where Los Angeles is, they look stunned at how this season has gone. They've tried to make adjustments, but strategy will get you only so far. You have to execute at some point.
Outside Edwards. He connects, and now he's 4 for 6 in today's game.
Another bucket. This guy just keeping his foot on the gas pedal.
Doris, what's amazing about Ant-Man, he's worked to become an elite floor spacer.
The reason that's important, BA, is because we know what a dangerous driver and what a force at the rim Anthony Edwards can be. What I love is he's worked to become a legit threat, and he leaned heavily into that three-point game. So important in the modern NBA.
Here's Doncic. Here's James. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Jaden McDaniels picks one up.
What's remarkable about LeBron is the complete command of the game. Not only his team, but you'll hear opponents joke about how well he knows their plays.
It's both from the stripe. There's 53 seconds left in the first half. Highland with it. Now Doncic defending. McDaniels against James. Edwards for 3. Sinks the tray. Edwards got 13 now.
This guy has absolutely owned this quarter. This is how you lead by example.
Here's Doncic. And he makes it on the layup.
Boy, despite his efficiency, they just can't get over the hump.
Minnesota leading by 23. To the middle. Here's McDaniels.
Well, making it look very easy. Right at the rim, McDaniels with the finish.
Well, that's a fantastic view there from the AT&T Connected Cam. Nice shot by Kennard.
You know, the assist is the key part of that play. The pace on the bounce pass, perfect.
Minnesota has gotten 21 points so far from three-point land. They're 7 of 10. Pass to McDaniels. The 3, DiVincenzo. The kick out to Edwards. The three is up. The shot, no good. And so it's Minnesota with plenty of breathing room. 23 points to end the quarter. Their entire defense is designed to stop LeBron right now, and that's been effective. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Welcome to the half, as we first take a quick glance at the injury report from around the league.
Losing someone like Evan Mobley is a gut punch. Affects you at both ends on the glass. In transition, he's one of the most versatile big men in the league.
Replacing his contributions is a tall task for sure. Hey, Shaq, can I hit you with a gut punch?
Deal.
And let's move on now to that first half. Obviously, a lot of work to do for the Lakers.
I don't see the fight. They're getting pushed around. You really see it on the glass.
They need some of that diesel energy in the paint.
They can use his size as well.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Boy, really an incredible game here from Luka Doncic.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time. Now let's check out the Western Conference standings and see how they look here in December. You look at Minnesota, they're sitting at the top of their conference right now with the #1 record. And, of course, the Lakers not posing much of a threat right now.
I think for Los Angeles, just already digging a nice big hole for themselves. The season has become a nightmare that few people, if any, saw coming.
They do have the talent necessary to get it turned around quickly. They won't want to wait too much longer to do it, but they can still make it a productive season.
That'll be a 5-second call. And the upcoming schedule for the Minnesota Timberwolves. On Wednesday, they'll face off against Ja Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies. Then on Friday, they'll go up against Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And looking at the Bucks matchup, this is one that they expect to win. But those games can be tricky. Remember, there are no free wins in this league.
That one falls. Edwards has got 15 points.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, and they got called for a 5-second violation.
And in the last 2 possessions, they've painted a picture of what not to do. Just way too loose with the basketball.
Here's DiVincenzo, giving them some nice offensive production with 13 points a game. From behind the arc, and Ayton pulls it down.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. And a lot of spot-up shooters now adding a one-dribble pull-up 3 to the repertoire.
And when you have defenders selling out to contest that catch and shoot, you got to reload, relocate, and let it fly. It's a valuable counter for those long-distance specialists.
On the court for the Lakers, Luka and Reeves are the 1 and the 2. LeBron James out there with Rui Hachimura. And it's Ayton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Minnesota calls time here. moment here to see the numbers for Donte DiVincenzo.
And a stat to focus on is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been working on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot better on D.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Always love the intensity you get from Donte DiVincenzo. This guy is always ready to force the issue.
And he sinks the second. Here's Doncic. 17 points in the game. Bucket. He's now 9 for 11 after that one.
This has been one of the most elite, consistent scorers since he entered the league. Luka in the house.
Outside Edwards. From outside the arc. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Ayton's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to James. Now here's Doncic. He buries it from 3. Doncic has got 22.
But Doncic, when he's making that 3, it sets every other aspect of his game up.
Randall deciding where to go with it. No good from 11 feet. Any hope of coming back to win this game looks near impossible.
I know. The way things have gone so far, hard to imagine.
I'll tell you exactly the start to this half that you're looking for. He's taken 3 shots. He's made 3 shots.
McDaniels, a screen on James. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Well, this is the all-around game of Julius Randle, right? We think he can score it, board it, but how about that pass?
And now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Marcus Smart's checked in for Reeves. And now a look at the teams who excelled at rebounding over the last month. Number 1, Minnesota.
And last month, this team was active on the glass. Really put forth an effort to box out and track down misses.
Doncic. And he lays it up and in. Doncic has got 7 points here in the quarter.
It's like Luka absorbs willingly that contact. He relishes the idea that he's going to finish despite it.
Randall finds McDaniels. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's on Rui Hachimura.
Man, the defender really went after him.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight.
The reputation for Jaden McDaniels is he's a lockdown defender, and that's cross-positionally. Now he needs to continue to develop offensively.
Highland, he's checked in for the Timberwolves.
Boy, every time he goes up now, it just looks like the shot's going in. He's perfect from the field in this quarter.
Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota.
He started out strong, 3 threes in the first half, but the long ball has disappeared on him since.
James passes to Smart. Back to James. Now Doncic. He's guarded by Highland. 3-pointer. And it's Doncic missing.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
All right, Doris, let's talk for a moment about Rudy Gobert's defensive IQ.
Let's begin, B.A., with his communication on that end. It's an undervalued aspect of defensive performance. Then you talk about his ability to be a rim protector, to be able to rotate in defensive help. There is a reason he has won the Defensive Player of the Year as many times as he has.
What you love about Luka Doncic is he's this unique combination of size and skill. He could really play cross-positionally. He makes shots at all 3 levels, so dangerous.
Highland misses. Lakers trail by 21. And Doncic hammers it home.
Just another ho-hum, brilliant offensive performance from Luka Doncic.
And so it's Highland who brings up the ball for the Timberwolves. Their next game playing at home as the Grizzlies come to town. And out of bounds, Los Angeles will have it. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Hayes is checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Vanderbilt comes in for James. Laravia is checked in for Hachimura. And Reeves is subbed in for Doncic. Here's Conley to the left side wing. Minnesota again missing. And it's the Lakers' ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Here's Laravia. And the shot goes in. Laravia's gotten his first basket of the night.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Pass to Clark. Oh, trying his luck from deep. And Reeves pulls it down. Lakers trail by 17. Smart passes to Reeves. That's good. And it's Smart with the assist. And it's 6 points for Austin Reeves.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Minnesota again missing. Hayes in the high post. And stolen by Clark. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves liking their chances, ending the quarter with a 15-point lead. Really mucking it up on defense. Active hands, multiple efforts, forcing turnovers. We'll be right back. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. They got Bones Highland, also Mike Conley out there. And it's Shannon in at the three. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Lakers trail by 15. Here's Smart. No good. Nice work defensively by Highland. Pass to Shannon. For three. Smart grabs the miss. And a big issue for them, turnovers.
Yeah, you just can't give away possessions in this league.
Vanderbilt, no good. Minnesota leading by 15. Randall finds Clark. From 12 feet, here's Highland. Excellent D there from Laravia.
Boy, you'd like him to finish a little stronger there.
Here's Reeves. And Conley grabs the miss. The Timberwolves have gone 0 for 3 in this fourth. Not good. Randall with it. Now Vanderbilt defending. Basket counts. And the Timberwolves lead by 17.
Well, the physicality that Julius Randle possesses, this guy is always proven capable despite defenders nearby.
Anthony Edwards is checked in for Shannon. And then for Los Angeles, Kleba comes in for Hayes. And Doncic has subbed in for Reeves.
They have no answer defensively inside.
About a minute and a half into the fourth now. Highland, the pass to Randall. Nails it. He's now 6 for 8 from the floor.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Clark against Vanderbilt. The 17-footer. Oh, it's off target.
I've been in this position. Your team is up. You want to drive in the dagger. He may be a little overeager.
Now Doncic. Another shot. Steady play from Doncic against contact.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Some changes for Minnesota. Gobert's checked in for Clark. Jaden McDaniels comes in for Highland. And it's DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. He said, this is who we are. This is the pace. Don't let up. He said it doesn't matter if they go on a run. What matters is how we respond. They plan to respond with a fury, guys.
Okay, thanks, Allie. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Ayton, he's checked in for Kleba. James comes in for Vanderbilt. Hachimura's checked in for Laravia. And Reeves is subbed in for Smart.
Oh, my goodness. Luka Doncic. We don't think of him as a dunker, but that is well done.
Edwards with it. Picked up by Reeves. Now Randall. Now Edwards. Fires the three. The three is in.
Edwards, such an explosive scorer. You don't want to concede that three-point shot. Boy, that's going to make him feel good.
Lakers trail by 16. LeBron. Oh, the shot is off.
Listen, that's a good shot for him. He just couldn't connect.
McDaniels, a screen on James. Beyond the arc. And there's McDaniels. That one's good on the assist by DiVincenzo.
Yeah, McDaniels really trying to become consistent with that jump shot.
Doncic passes to James. And here's Ayton. Randall with a steal.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Timberwolves.
And it was dueling three-pointers all night. A battle they won.
Both teams had the same plan. Win the game on the perimeter. So fun to watch.
And reaching a nice milestone, an even 20 wins on the year.
And with this victory, they have an edge in the season series at 2-1, with one more game to follow against this team.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Anthony Edwards.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
And the Timberwolves will go for a different look here. Clark is checked in for Randall. Shannon comes in for Rudy Gobert. Highland, he's checked in for Anthony Edwards. And Mike Conley is subbed in for DiVincenzo. Here's James. No good. Had a chance to end the run there. And so it's Highland who brings up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth.
Got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
From deep, it's rebounded by Los Angeles. Ayton passes to Reeves. And here's Doncic outside. Yes.
Because of the clear height advantage, he gets the shot he's looking for.
So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. And now they'll move on in the NBA Cup tournament to the West semifinals.
They've got their sights set on winning that cup this year. So far, so good. They just have to keep playing at a high level.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our 2K team, this is Brian Anderson signing off. And we present the player of the game, Anthony Edwards.